Hello everyone. Welcome to your pick a card reading. Now, in this reading, we will explore what it is that you can expect coming towards you in matters of the heart. What is the next chapter in love? What can you look forward to? And as always, this is a timeless reading. Whenever you find it, you were meant to find it. Now, I will not waste any time. I'm going to quickly speed through the shuffling and I'm going to make all the piles. Make sure you're focusing. It's going to be fast forwarded, but make sure you focus so you know exactly which pile you want to pick. All right, let's get to it. Alright, there we have it, all neat and orderly. Now, if you are more used to picking piles with crystals, then I have arranged a few as well. We have Selenite right here with pile 1. We have black Tourmaline with pile 2. And we have rose quartz with pile 3. So take a minute, pause the video if you need to, pick your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Alright, if you picked Selenite or pile 1, this is your reading. Let's see what we have. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. We're going to start off with your oracle cards. We're going to do a kind of a sloppy pyramid. Towards the end, I will be pulling a few initials and sun signs and angel numbers, so make sure you stick around for that. All right, for your oracles, we have transition and initiation. That's a lot of action right there, which is interesting because well, since this is a timeless reading, I'm not going to bring up too many planetary transits, but these transits that I'm mentioning are for the long haul. We have a lot of planets in retrograde, and a few of them are going to stay in retrograde for months at a time, right? So when these planets are retrograding, a lot of things slow down for us. But the good thing here is we have movement. We have transition with the moon, and the moon can signify Cancer Pisces energy, it doesn't have to be. But this is almost movement based on your gut, movement based on energy, on your intuition, on feeling, right? That's what the moon rules. The moon is, well, it rules our emotions, it rules compassion and empathy and love. And with initiation and fire, you could be dealing with a fire sign, you could be one yourself, doesn't have to be. But this is, well, the execution of that action, right? The execution of feeling. It's almost like we're not sitting in Four of Cups energy. This is someone who feels a lot and is ready to take charge, right? This transition could mean an elevated commitment. It could mean closure for some of you. It could mean moving on to calmer waters if there's been chaos. We will see once we pull your tarot. But someone is willing to pick up the pace. If there's been slowness, there's an initiation here. There's movement here. That butterfly right here is reminding me of the death card, transformation, right? It's like if something needed to change, someone's taking the first step, initiating that change. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Four of Pentacles. Interesting start. We have the Three of Swords. Yeah, no wonder there's a transition that wants to come about. Let me set these real quick. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. That's good to see, right after the Three of Swords. So at least the universe is doing something about this. We have the Three of Cups and we have the Knight of Pentacles. I'm immediately getting that there were too many people in this situation. I feel like I don't see just the two of you. And since I have two threes, the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups, that could for some of you represent a third party situation. Doesn't have to be. Don't force it to apply. But because there were too many people, imagine those people being obstacles on a highway, right? Too many speed bumps. It's like the trajectory of this relationship or whatever this was absolutely wonderful. There was action being taken, there was initiation, there was transition. There was a free flow of energy. But suddenly, it's like you're on cruise control, but there's so many people in the way, right? It just slowed down this relationship. It slowed down the course of it, which caused sadness. It caused pain. It caused some of you to withdraw, to hold back your love, your energy, and all of that, which is really unfortunate because I don't see issues within the two of you as individuals. I see people affecting this relationship. The Wheel of Fortune is great. I'm going to pull more to see what we get. We have Temperance. That's good to see. Patience, moderation, equilibrium. We have the High Priestess, Pisces, Cancer, energy, illumination, and knowledge. Wow, that's a lot of major arcana. And the softest major arcana. We have the Hanged Man, more Pisces energy, transition twice, and sacrifice. Whoa, that's another major. Judgment, revelation, and awakening. What in the world? Scorpio energy. And we have the Nine of Cups, contentment and satisfaction. This is absolutely beautiful. Those speed bumps may be there, but they're not going to stop you from getting to your destination. That's what I'm getting. I feel like there is so much spirituality here in the best way possible. There's patience, there's compassion, there's understanding. There's an understanding that this is a, next level connection. This is not a 3D connection by any means, which is why there's been so much pain here. If this was casual, if this was something that, was in one day and out the next, it wouldn't have affected you on such a deep level. It's almost like your soul was triggered if there was a separation here, or there was a sluggishness here, or there was any kind of disappointment here. The Wheel of Fortune is literally the universe for me showing up in your reading. And it can be a sadist sometimes. I hate to say that. A client of mine said the other day, the universe has a cruel sense of humor. And my reply was, it does. But sometimes we just need to laugh with it. Right? Because it's always orchestrating things, even though it's mischievous, it's always orchestrating things to get us to the best versions of ourselves. That's what's happening here. These obstacles, even if it wasn't people, it could be, it could be your community, it could be religion, it could be faith, it could be beliefs, it could be age for some of you. Whatever this was that was causing this separation was orchestrated so that you could get here. Do you look at this? Temperance, the High Priestess, this is Sagittarius energy, the Hanged Man, judgment, revelation, awakening. Some of you were not operating from an awakened state. You were not operating from your highest self. Some of you were functioning from a very low frequency, and this could apply to both people, both parties in this situation, which is why obstacles were sent your way to make you understand that something needs to change. That transition with the Moon card. What is the Moon? I've been talking about the Moon representing our emotions, right? But the Moon also talks about fears. It talks about trauma. It talks about things that are bubbling beneath the surface, dying to come out to be addressed. That shadow was revealed to you. Because the universe hates a stalemate. It hates to see you functioning on such a low frequency, on a low vibration. This is a soul tie, this is a soul connection, and it has triggered healing. And I absolutely love it. With the Nine of Cups, we have contentment and satisfaction, which is a happy ending for me. This is your wishes coming true after the healing is done. The Six of Wands, victory. Victory after a long battle. The Death card, what did I say? I'm getting Death card energy here with the butterfly. That's the transition that we need. We have the Page of Pentacles, becoming a student of life again, and the Page of Swords. I feel there's a lot of energetic spying going on here. And this energetic spying is happening because you're both on healing journeys, because you're both on almost parallel roads leading to the same destination. You're eventually going to meet there anyway. But it's like you're almost like looking back and forth. Oh, where are they at? Oh, where are they at? Don't do that. Right? There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't look at the walls of the tunnel. Look at the light at the end. That is your destination. That is the transition. You're both moving towards victory, slowly and steadily. And I feel like I said earlier, you've both become students of life. And this almost trigger was needed. This pain, this sadness, I'm sorry to say this, I may sound like a sadist right now, but this pain and this sadness was needed to teach you patience, to teach you compassion. There is an awakening, there is a judgment call, there's a realization of both of you making each other happy, both of you being each other's wish fulfilled. If there is no communication right now, there is a lot of spying happening, whether it's on social media or it's just energetically. But eventually I see success, I see victory in this whole situation. Just make sure you're following your path, right? Don't try to give a leg up to somebody else. That's their own journey. You're breaking the rules of the game that's been orchestrated. It is a game. If you come to think about it, life is a game. Follow the rules, do your own thing. Eventually, this is going to lead to absolute wonderfulness. You're both growing up a whole lot through this journey, my friend. I'm going to mention the signs again. We have Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Pisces again, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio again, and well, Pisces, Cancer again, Scorpio again. We have a lot of water in this reading. All right. Let's see, we have the number 5, which is the number of transition. It is the number of change. It is the number of upheaval. For some, it's a very Uranian number, but you have 2 5s right here. I feel whatever this change is that's coming towards you so swiftly, adapt to it. Que sera the hell out of it. Because if you swim against the current, it's just going to be harder for you. Just trust the process. Trust me. I'm a random person on YouTube, but trust me and trust the process. Trust the universe. It's making itself known in your reading. We have the sun. Get your vitamin D checked, but the sun represents pure joy, happiness, the light at the end of the tunnel, right? It's also Leo energy, if that makes a difference. And then we have Virgo. So some of you could have Virgo heavily in your charts. You could be dealing with somebody who doesn't have to be. But diligence, I'm getting diligence. Trust the process, keep your head down and get to work. Your homework is to heal, plain and simple. All right, we have the letters V, J, Y, Q, R, I again. Oh no, just once. And the letter O. These could be your initials, these could be the initials of the people you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be, but just a special mention for those of you who've seen your initials here today. Alright, pile 1, that was it. Hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Alright, if you picked Black Tourmaline or pile 2, this is your reading. Let's get to it. I'm going to be freestyling this. We're going to do a kind of a sloppy pyramid, if you will. We're going to start off with some oracle cards. Towards the end of the reading, I will be pulling a few sun signs and initials and angel numbers for you. So make sure you stick around for that. And as always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for everyone. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Alright, let's get to it. We have divine love and adaptability. Is that not appropriate for a love reading? Divine love, the soul star chakra, and adaptability with air element. Now, you don't have to be an air sign, or you don't have to even be dealing with one, but air is the mind, right? This is logic, this is your wit, your intellect, this is your upper chakras, And the soul star chakra is related to the heart, right? Your heart and your solar plexus. There is almost an integration of heart and head that's happening here. It's almost like whoever you're thinking about or whoever is coming towards you, to them, you just make sense, is what I'm getting. But if I have to look at the literal meaning of the card adaptability, there is compromise here. It is possible that you come from different cultures, or there's a massive age gap, or it doesn't have to be, but I feel like there's a compromise here. I'm getting Hanged Man energy that needs to happen to move this forward, and I see it happening because the love here is, divine. This is a soul contract. This is a soul tie. But let's see what your tarot says. We have the Four of Cups. It's possible that there was a sense of apathy here. There was slowness here. There was sluggishness here. We have the Emperor. There could have been a touch of pride as well. It's funny how the Emperor is touching adaptability. The Emperor is not adaptable. The Emperor is very unchanging as an energy. This is Aries energy. There is ego. I feel like that is dissolving thanks to this divine love. We have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. This is a fresh start in love. This is a cup full of empathy, love, and compassion. We have the Page of Pentacles, which is someone learning, someone not operating from their default factory settings, is what I'm getting. This is someone operating from a beautiful, new, fresh place of understanding. Understanding you, understanding your emotions, understanding how you operate. Then we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, I do see a stalemate. There was a stalemate here, most definitely. And the universe hates stalemates. So we have the Tower. When the Tower falls, it's a fall of ego. It is possible that there was a separation here. There was an ending of some sort. There was a breakup. There was disappointment, pain. The Tower comes with its fair share of heavy emotions. But again, with divine love and the Ace of Cups, I feel like that's overpowering all of this pain, all of this apathy. Adaptability. This could have been very difficult, and I'm sure it's very difficult even now. Getting this relationship together, getting it going. But I don't see a dead end here. Something needs to change. The way you or the other person are operating needs to change. And the good thing is you don't even need this lecture because there's already an understanding of that. The Devil, Capricorn energy. Shadows were revealed. This could have been a codependent relationship. It is also possible that there was another energy interfering in this connection. I wouldn't have got that if it weren't for this blob right here. The Tower, the Two of Swords, and the Devil. That can very easily represent third-party energy, which is why there was a stalemate. There was almost a choice. I know that sounds very wrong because no one likes being an option. The Five of Swords, resentment and competition. I knew I was getting third-party energy here. There was a short-sightedness here. There was a casualness. There was a very casual approach to a very deep connection. I don't think this was your energy. This was the person you were dealing with. The Eight of Pentacles. Resourcefulness and positive potential. The King of Wands. And the Page of Swords. I feel like this journey to healing, this journey to almost maturing, growing up for this person, the journey has begun. There's a realization of their wrongs. There's a realization of their immaturity. With the King of Wands, even though the keywords here are leadership and success, the King of Wands for me is the lowest octave of the Emperor, regardless of gender. Just take the energy with you. This is someone who prioritizes passion, right? It can also be a higher octave of the devil. For some of you, this person could have been in a my way or the highway kind of energy. I'm not saying they're a narcissist. I have the Ace of Cups. A narcissist cannot carry the Ace of Cups unless it's for themselves. But there is a divine love here of sorts. And considering we have all these pages here, there is an understanding of their wrongdoings. There's an understanding of their toxicity. With the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords, I feel like you put your foot down. And the Four of Cups. I was wondering why the Four of Cups was here. It's almost like you're telling yourself, divine love or not, I can't deal with this toxicity. That is when that Tower happened. It's like you understand the potential of this. You understand the attraction here. You understand the love here. But at the same time, I feel like this person was lowering your frequency. That adaptability, I feel like, wasn't there. You may have been adaptable through this situation. You may have understood this person's traumas, understood where they were coming from, and almost like it's like you were constantly cutting them slack till it got to a point where you could not deal with it anymore. But resourcefulness and positive potential. I'm not asking you to fall in love or stay in love with potential by any means. But the Eight of Pentacles is a card of work. I see this person putting in the work. The Two of Pentacles, wow. The Knight of Pentacles, the journey has begun. The Devil, you can't make this up. Oh my God. Capricorn energy twice over. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Wow. This has been hard on you. I know it has. I'm looking at this reading and it's a bloody roller coaster. The love is there. No one can deny it. But this juggling, this Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Devil, Five of Swords, Devil twice, the Tower. For some of you, this has already come to pass. It's already happened. You're almost like digesting this now. You're adapting to it now. But I'm almost getting the minute you surrender with the Four of Cups. It can be a card of boredom and apathy, but it can also be a card of surrender, right? The minute you surrender to this energy and the minute you say no to any cups of love that contain even the slightest residue of toxicity is when this person is going to come to their senses. That's when that toxic Ace of Cups turns into a delicious cappuccino or a hot chocolate, whatever is your preference. There's an understanding here. It's going to take time, I'm not going to lie to you. I have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight. It's going to take time. But for this person to understand how they've been operating so far, this Tower needed to happen. I feel like you delivered that Tower to them. You needed to. For this Emperor energy, the Emperor is the number 4, right? This is 4 things that are always unchanging. This is the seasons, the cardinal directions, the 4 walls of a home, right? Solid energy. That's very uncompromising. But I feel like the lack of your energy, because I see you exiting the situation. I don't even see the Eight of Cups, but intuitively I'm feeling like no one can handle this nonsense. I feel like you exited the situation, which is why we have the Page of Swords here. It's like they had to keep an eye on you energetically. You weren't in their auric field. That shook them up. That is what is shaking them up even now. Understanding their toxic ways and finally approaching you with a cup of love that is worthy of you. Adaptability and divine love. Sometimes when we're in relationships, we look at them as just 3D relationships, right? That, oh, I'm with this person, they're my companion, yada, yada, yada. But when so much shadow emerges in that connection, it's because your souls are involved. And when your souls are involved, it's almost impossible to separate both of those souls. It's like your souls are in a relationship already. Your 3D selves may not be, right? So it's like this person understanding their shadow, their soul is involved, plain and simple. And if they were operating from a very casual place here with the King of Wands, prioritizing passion and temptation, they're understanding the depth of this. I was talking about the mind earlier, right? Air. I'm not saying it's a very light energy. Air energy can be heavy. But this lightness is changing. It's transmuting into a lot of depth. It's like from the atmosphere to the deepest, darkest depths of the ocean. That's where this person is going. All this juggling and all this nonsense is going to come to an end. Because I feel like they can't survive without your energy. Again, that sounds like codependence. But I mean it in the best way possible. I feel like their soul needs your soul's frequency. Not to survive, but to heal and to be happy. I don't see you bending over backwards, helping this person in their journey. But your souls are connected regardless of what you're doing. The shadow will pass. It will. We have Taurus. You may have Taurus heavily in your chart. You could be dealing with someone who doesn't have to be. We have Neptune. Neptune is the planet of rose-colored glasses. The rose-colored glasses are coming off. That whole operating from the surface level energy, all of that is coming to an end. We have the number 7. You may be seeing 777 a lot, or 7777, doesn't have to be. But it's one of the most powerful angel numbers. It's the number of luck and expansion and spirituality and growth and a soul tie. It's also your guardian angel surrounding you and almost giving you a little bit of a push, a little bit of boost, helping you heal. We have the letters H, G, P, that flipped over, L, K, D, and E. These could be your initials, they could be the initials of the person you're dealing with, doesn't have to be, but just a special mention for those of you who've seen your initials here today. Alright, pile 2, that was it. I hope this helped. I will see you in your next reading. Bye-bye. Alright, if you picked the Rose Quartz Heart or pile 3, this is your reading. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. I'm going to be doing, a sloppy pyramid for you guys, starting off with some oracle cards. Towards the end, I will be pulling a few initials and sun signs and angel numbers, so make sure you stick around for that. Alright, we have expansion and curiosity. Interesting. We have the North Node and Jupiter. Beautiful. That's optimism. That's growth. I'm almost getting Empress energy for some reason. Empress and Temperance. And with expansion, there is this sense of something moving to the next level. I'm getting the Hierophant. It's like with the North Node, this is a decimal point, right? This is just a mathematical calculation on the moon. This is you understanding what your future path is, what your purpose in this lifetime is. And since we're talking about love here, either you or the person you're dealing with, or both of you, are understanding the longevity of this connection, understanding that this relationship is almost destined. This could be brand new for some of you. This could be in the initial stages, right? Doesn't have to be. But there's a curiosity here. I'm getting Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords and the Page of all the pages, in fact. There could be a significant age gap even, doesn't have to be. But it's like you're exploring each other. You're understanding each other. You're understanding this relationship and this connection. Let's see. We have the Lovers, beautiful Gemini energy. There's a lot of attraction here. There's a lot of passion here. This is a very deep soul tie. We have the Nine of Cups. The both of you make each other incredibly happy. And what is the Nine of Cups? It's Jupiter in Pisces. It's sitting right on top of the Jupiter card. This is growth. This is opportunity. This is an opportunity to make things bigger, better, brighter. Justice. What a phenomenal reading. Libra energy, balance. What did I say? I'm getting Hierophant energy. This reading is so powerful. That's a lot of major arcana. This is elevated commitment. We have the Ace of Swords. Stunning. This is an honest adult conversation. This is clarity. And we have the Ace of Wands. I'm getting goosebumps. This reading is probably the best of all the piles. This is passion. A new start, which is passionate and full of truth. And full of love. If you're starting something afresh with someone, I see beautiful things for this relationship. If you're hoping for a restart in a relationship, I see that happening as well. And I see that happening after a lot of growing up, after a lot of understanding. The Hierophant can also be, it can be commitment, of course, but it can also be heightened spirituality. Right? It's almost like if you were functioning from a certain playing field, it wasn't conducive to the growth of this relationship. So right here with expansion and the North Node and Jupiter showing up, it's like there's a little bit of growing up that's happening for both of you. So you can finally meet each other on a better playing field to kickstart this relationship. The Tower. That was needed for all of this beauty to come about in a connection. A tower is needed, especially if this is a restart for some of you, right? Disruption. Whenever there's a disruption in a particular relationship, in a particular connection, it forces us to elevate. It forces us to understand that we're operating from a low frequency. The foundation that we're building on isn't strong enough. The Ten of Pentacles. This reading is insane. Wow. This is, well, traditional commitment. This could be marriage for some of you. The Hierophant was originally called the Pope, who would officiate weddings, right? For some of you, this is most definitely you getting married to somebody. This is you finding that North Node, your life purpose. I'm not saying your life purpose is a relationship, but this is someone who was destined to come into your life and be a permanent part of it. The Ten of Pentacles is not La La Land. This is not the Ten of Cups. This is very tangible. This is tangible joy. It's tangible happiness. The Eight of Swords, and it's come with its fair share of overthinking and anxiety. Fear versus faith, my friend. Get out of your head. Overcoming fears and self-entrapment. I feel like some of you are telling yourselves this is too good to be true, right? If there's a separation, let's say, you're telling yourselves that no, it's not going to come together. It's never going to come together. It's too good to be true. It's not. Jupiter's blessing your reading today. There is a beautiful fresh start that wants to come about, that's full of balance and empathy and compassion and elevated spirituality. The Hermit. How many major arcana are you going to get? Virgo energy. We have Virgo and Scorpio with the Tower and the Hermit. For a lot of you, this is a restart. With the Hermit and the Eight of Swords, it's possible that there was a spell of quiet, there was a spell of silence, there was isolation, there was a separation. But look at the keywords: contemplation and soul searching. So all of that time apart was not in vain. It was being used constructively to grow, to evolve, to be the best versions of yourself so that you can come together and make it permanent. You don't want to keep going back on the hamster wheel and repeating toxic patterns, right? Feel like you've both grown up through this. And then we have the Fool. How cohesive is this reading? Optimism and freedom. That's when you're ready to take that leap of faith with each other again. And again, even if this is not a restart. If you're hoping for a new relationship, I feel like past patterns in previous relationships have taught you a lot. You may have kissed a million frogs, and with this Tower, it's almost like your foundation was shaken up way too many times, which is why you're in this Eight of Swords energy now. But fear versus faith, self-entrapment versus soul-searching. Use this time. It's valuable to you. It is very valuable. If you are single, if you are not with another person right now, use this time to polish your aura, to polish your soul, to scrub it shiny, right? You don't want to keep carrying past trauma with you. But the Fool is one of the most beautiful cards in this spread. With the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords, this is freshness. It's a clean slate. We have the King of Pentacles, stability, groundedness, a shiny root chakra. The Ace of Swords again, you can't make this up. This is a very mature relationship, full of beautiful communication. And if that has been lacking, that's changing now. Because I feel like this is two people operating from the soul frequency. Two people operating from the heart chakra. The King of Wands. There's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of attraction here. We saw that with the Ace of Wands. And we have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Compassion, empathy, understanding, adaptability, sacrifice, compromise. This has been a journey, has it not? But to be very frank with you, any hiccups that you may have experienced in this relationship have been very temporary. I only have one questionable card here with the Tower. The Eight of Swords, but that's self-entrapment. That's not anyone else doing this to you. That's you doing this to yourself. It's just the Tower. But with two Aces of Swords, that is clarity coming from any chaos. There's a lot of balance coming in, my friend. There's a lot of love coming in. There's understanding coming in. There's communication coming in. There's stability coming in. There's passion coming in. There's heightened spirituality coming in. Wow. I am not a sunshine and rainbows kind of reader. If you're regular here, you know I'm going to call you out if I need to. I don't need to call you out. This reading is absolutely phenomenal. There's a lot of love here. There's a wish fulfilled here. Just get out of your head. That's all you need to do. Get out of your head. Surrender. What does the Fool do? It takes a leap of faith, right? Trusting that the universe is going to break its fall. The universe will break your fall. More than the universe, I feel like Jupiter is so heavy in your reading. You may have heavy Sagittarius placements, doesn't have to be, or even Pisces. But Jupiter is a planet. It's the biggest planet in our solar system. What does Jupiter do? Because of its heavy gravitational force, it prevents asteroids and meteors from hitting the Earth. It absorbs them so that they start orbiting around Jupiter instead of, well, zooming towards our planet. It's the great protector, right? Feel like Jupiter has been protecting this relationship and you. There's a growing up happening here, and I really like it. And it's not boring growing up with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles can be a little boring, right? But we have the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Those wands are very important, right? They spice up life. They bring passion. Don't get caught up in genders, by the way. There's no gender in tarot. All right. Let's see what we have. We have the North Node. Again, this is insane. This was destined. I'm not going to lie to you. This relationship is destined, whoever's watching. You were supposed to be together. Your souls, I feel like this could even be a soul tie. Your souls almost signed a contract in a previous lifetime to come back together in this one. We have Taurus. You could be dealing with the Taurus. You may have Taurus heavily in your chart. Doesn't have to be. But again, Taurus energy is earth. This is permanent joy. This is permanent expansion and growth and luxury and beauty, right? It's a very Venusian energy. And then we have 2. You may be seeing 222 a lot. Doesn't have to be. But if you do from now on, it just means that this is an integration. 2s at least 222 is my favorite angel number, personally speaking. It talks about two people coming together. This talks about balance and an even frequency. This is an ECG graph that is not too high, doesn't have too many dips or too many, well, peaks, right? It's balance. All right, let's get you some initials. We have the letter Y, we have A, we have B, L, M, X, and W. These could be your initials, they could be the initials of the person you're dealing with, doesn't have to be, but just a special mention for those of you who've seen your initials here today. Alright, pile 3, that was it. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Bye-bye.